Have you ever felt like the world was running ahead of you while you were stuck behind? Like no matter how fast you tried, life kept reminding you that you were slower, weaker, or simply not enough? This is the story of a boy who felt exactly that, and of an old bridge that changed the way he looked at life forever. The boy's name was Arun. He grew up in a small mountain village where children raced every day up the hills, across the fields, down the valleys. But Arun was always last. No matter how hard he tried, his legs just didn't move as quickly as the others. And soon the whispers began. Look at him, the slow one. Why does he even bother racing? He'll never catch up. Each word cut like a knife. And every day, Arun felt the weight of being behind. But here's where it gets interesting, because Arun wasn't lazy. He practiced more than anyone else. He woke up before sunrise, tied stones to his ankles, and ran through the muddy roads. He sweated, he pushed, he cried. And yet, nothing seemed to change. And so, one evening, when the sun was setting behind the mountains, Arun ran away. Not to escape his village, but to escape himself. He found himself standing before an old wooden bridge that stretched across a roaring river. It was said no one crossed it anymore. The wood was cracked, the ropes were frayed, and the villagers whispered that the bridge led nowhere. Arun looked at it, and for the first time he wondered, what if I stop running? What if I just cross this bridge and never come back? But as he stepped onto the first plank, an old man's voice stopped him. You run well, boy, but you run in the wrong direction. Arun turned. There was an old monk sitting at the side of the bridge, his eyes deep, calm, and unshaken by the river's roar. What do you mean? Arun asked. I am the slowest. Everyone knows it. The monk smiled. Do you know why you feel slow? Because you measure yourself against their race. But tell me, child, what is the point of running fast if no one knows where the race leads? That question pierced Arun's heart. The monk stood, leaned on his staff, and pointed to the bridge. Do you see this? Everyone fears it. They believe it leads nowhere, but that is only because they never dared to cross. They were too busy racing each other to notice the path that could have changed them. The boy frowned. But what if it breaks? What if I fall? The monk chuckled. Ah, so you fear failure. But let me tell you a secret. The bridge that looks weakest is often the one that carries the strongest soul. Every plank you step on will test you. Every rope will shake you. But if you dare to walk it, you will realize that the path no one chooses is the path that chooses you.
And here, dear listener, is where the story takes a turn. Arun stood frozen, staring at the bridge. His legs trembled. His heart screamed, "Don't do it!" But then he thought of the races, the laughter, the shame, the endless running in circles, and for the first time he whispered, maybe it's time to walk where no one runs.
Step by step, Arun crossed the bridge. The wood groaned, the ropes creaked, the river thundered. Every moment he felt it might collapse, but it didn't. And when he reached the other side, he found not emptiness, not nothingness, but a valley no one had ever seen. A valley filled with wildflowers, crystal streams, and a silence so deep it could heal wounds no medicine could touch. The monk joined him, walking calmly. You see, child, you were never meant to win their race. You were meant to walk your path. Arun's eyes widened. So, I wasn't slow? The monk shook his head. No, you were simply not meant to chase shadows. You were meant to discover light. And the truth is, everyone who laughed at you is still running in circles, never finding this valley. You are slow only to them, but ahead of them in truth. Now pause for a moment. Think about this story. How many times in your life have you felt slow? How many times have you looked at others running ahead, getting better jobs, better lives, more recognition, and felt like you were being left behind? But here's the hidden wisdom. You are not slow. You are simply on a different bridge. One they may never have the courage to cross. And the irony? One day, those who mocked you will realize you were never behind. You were simply walking towards something they couldn't see. So the next time you feel too slow, remember Arun standing before the bridge. Remember the monk's words. The path no one chooses is often the path that chooses you. And maybe, just maybe, instead of running faster in their race, you will stop, turn, and cross the bridge that leads to your truth.